Chapter 18, Mishnah 6. The Mishnah discusses various ways for a person to walk through the first type of Beis Pras, a field in which a grave was plowed, without becoming Tameh. If someone walks in a Beis Pras on stones that are set so firmly into the ground that he cannot move them by stepping on them, or he rides through a Beis Pras on a person or animal that is strong and can easily support his weight, he is tahor because he did not touch any of the field's dirt or cause it to move. Although the person or animal that carried him caused dirt to move and thus become tameh, the rider is not considered to have moved the soil, and the rider does not become tameh. However, if a person walks in a Beis Pras on loose stones, which he can move by stepping on them, or he rides through a Beis Pras on a person or animal that is weak, he is tameh, since he causes the dirt to move as he walks. When he steps on the stones, they shift, moving the soil under them. And when he rides a person or animal that is not strong enough to carry him easily, he causes the person or animal to sink into the ground as it carries him, thereby moving soil. We learned in Chapter 2, Mishnah 3, that the rabbis decreed corpse tuma on anyone who enters land outside Eretz Yisrael, referred to as the lands of the other nations. Since the non-Jews who lived in these lands were not careful to mark their graves, a person who travels there might unwittingly come into contact with a grave, or a piece of bone from a plowed grave, and become tameh. They therefore decreed that anyone who touches or carries soil from these lands becomes tameh. The Mishnah discusses whether a person becomes tameh if he enters a foreign land but walks only in places where people are not buried. Someone who walks in a land of the nations but walks only on mountains or on rocky areas that are not used for burial is tameh nonetheless. Even though these areas contain no graves, soil will often blow onto these areas from places where people are buried, and this soil might contain bone fragments. However, if someone travels in the sea of a foreign land, or if he walks on the seashore of a foreign land, he is tahor. Since corpses are not buried in the sea or at the water's edge, there is no chance that someone will happen upon an unmarked grave there. And even if soil from other areas was carried there by the wind, it would be washed away by the seawater. The Mishnah defines the seashore. And what is considered the seashore? How far inland can a person walk without becoming tameh for touching the soil of a foreign land? Anywhere that the sea reaches in its fury. That is, as far inland as the waters of a stormy sea reach is considered the seashore and is tahor, since any soil that gathers there will be washed away.